Howdy, folks. How are you all doing today? Let's get the game rolling. Let me know how the sound is. Howdy, Summer Water, and howdy, Computer Guy. I think the sound's a bit loud on my headphones. It might be popping through. I'll turn it down. Sounds great. Awesome. Right. I think this is a trial, right? It's been a week, so I think this is the trial involving the filmmakers. Yes, it is.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial.
Thank bloody goodness. I swear, most of this case has been this game. Right.
I hope the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Judge, are you alright, Judge? Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
The judge is very old still. Sometimes I do feel sorry for Edgeworth because the witnesses, the people he brings on to speak, they're always kind of like all of them. D. Vasquez, I'm a producer for Global Studios.
On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike this needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Oh, very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Testimony. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp, it ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Cell take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Oh, right, yeah, I did the wrong voice for Maya, sorry. Sal and I ate T-bones steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about the one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
This is the final bowl, Nick! Let's do it! There we go, got a voice back. Oh, right, I'm going to pay extra attention this time. I entered the trailer a little before noon. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 sharp and it ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? So stakes, the hint is stakes. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. I don't know where it could lead. Computer guy, I missed the last stream, so I can't really help him this time, at least for now. Just try not to play in his place if you can. Summon water. When you reach the statement with the stakes, present the stakes. Computer guy just said not to do that for me. Okay, now I know what to do. Noah. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. Ah, damn it.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
The same could be said for you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on little... I'm not supposed to hate her, but just for that one line. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. I don't bang on the desk! I never bang on the desk! There was to be rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks at the table in front of the trailer. Present? Present? We're presenting the steaks. Where the hell are the steaks? There we go. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate T-bone steak. Oh, don't stop with the desk slamming. But I say you did not.
What is now? Mr. Wright.
Look at this.
It's a blade.
What's that so funny? Oh, I hope I'm not peeking, by the way, folks, because my OBS says that I'm peeking. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Ugh. Oh, we finally got an emotion out of her. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. One of those. I'm gonna go with that. You didn't eat any steak during the break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like the incinerator.
I see. There they are.
What's that? I can't even read that properly.
Then what was Mr. Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Ooh, I like that one. Don't know if it's right, but I like the sound of that one. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order. Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Ugh. Mr. Wright! Isn't this a little presumptuous?
I love that, even though she said Stop with the desk banging. Everyone's like, puff, puff, puff. Her ears are probably like, ah! Okay.
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits. You and I. With you and I. You and I. Get a Black Eyed Peas sampling now, are we, Miss Vasquez? Good luck, Nick! Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? She's not petite. She is not petite. I think you could. It's not impossible. Oh,
well, maybe it's not impossible, but...
Silence. I'm speaking.
Well, I will bang my desk so hard!
The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes. I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the steel samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am a weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win in such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the steel samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Or do you mean to suggest that I could have wrestled it away from him?
Yeah, take that, right.
There we go! Does it?
If you still think she did it, show us proof.
Hey, Nick! Look at the data we have on the samurai spear in this court record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you? Something odd about the samurai spear. Wait.
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim.
Very well. I don't hold you to your claim. But I'm afraid I will have to penalize you.
So I clicked the wrong one, damn it.
What's this? You're taking back your claim?
Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Reading. The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What is the meaning of all this? That spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I've proved, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. As the murder... What could have been? Hang on, does the picture have... Wait. Oh, no, that's not relevant. I guess all I can really do is show... Spear's broken since the rehearsal. So do we have any pictures of the rehearsal? Show the spear. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security there. Aye up, love! She fixed it with her duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a fake costume like this through the chest?
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're...
Silence. I am the one testifying here, and I will be heard.
Must bang desk in frustration.
Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
Which photograph? But that has him holding the spear. 5 years ago, okay. Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of those stairs. If I cannot hold to this trial, we must suspend them.
Look at this photograph!
Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See that fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago?
Has happened again! Ah!
Mr. Wright, continue!
It's 2:30 PM on the day of the murder. Mr. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died in the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found in studio... Whoa, what was that? Just a noise. Thank you for subscribing, Benjamin Avila. Oh, is that YouTube? That's YouTube. Why is it doing... sorry, folks. It's doing it again. Why does it do this? Don't know why it alerts me about YouTube sometimes. Okay, so yet this body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
The break in the meeting of the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed up the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
I don't think she could have moved it. She would have gotten someone else to do it. Maybe like Salmonella could have done it. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? For instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
The van! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Ah! Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to the Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Ah! Damn it! Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Who else? The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burnt it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? What? So, what happens next? Don't, me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? What's going on? Who can say? Fuck you! Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right? But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Damn it! I feel like I'm going in a circle, which is very common with this game. I'm trying to think I'm trying to think of actual proof. Damn it. Has anyone got testify again? Testify again, okay. I'd like to testify you again.
Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all that can be said. What would happen if I said it again? You would ask the same questions, gave the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Damn! It's come so far, only to fail.
As it seems there are no further questions, now let's end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
What? What? Edgy boy, what are you doing?
Miss...
Even the judge is like, what?
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Very well.
Your Honor!
I fucking love this game.
I request that the witness testify again.
You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me?
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making this case repetitive. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes. Indeed, verily, I say, go. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick! Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? You probably realised she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one who said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that?
Edgeworth.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing to Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick. We're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. This testimony does not add up. Let's find... I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. How was Oldbag around? That's what I'm curious about. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was them. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press harder! Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They were not there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? My boy?
The witness will continue her testimony.
The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey! Hey, Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Oldbag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. Then I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do... it wouldn't have to do them stolen. Oh, I guess not. Oh, the photograph. How can I want to show the photograph, but like, do I back off? I feel like I've got to keep going. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue.
Your Honor! I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
What?
Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Ah!
Order! Order! Mr. Radswell, what you have just said was a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand the prosecution would have made such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement. However, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have any explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that the hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
Press!
How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director, You have to find something to peg on this on her here, or everything we've done till now have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him! I was with Sal and old bag, the security lady, when we found the body. I think I pressed on that. This assistant was there too, and the Powers was absent. Mr. Powers is taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to keep calm? You certainly seem calm enough when I accuse you of murder. Ah. You're right. I should have done. Wait a second. That could be the other way. What? Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murder body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Mr. Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one was there thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at a location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
The photograph, when shall I show it? And the Powers was absent. So, I'm showing the security photograph, right? The last. Right, I went back to the trailer to get my scripted direction notes. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do the action scene, so I left him behind. I'm presenting this one, right? Dragon leg, yeah. Jackson! You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it. Sal told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own lies. Still fits your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when he was doing this, well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order! Order! I will have order!
Witness, can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Huh? Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he's fallen hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing!
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there was no reason, it is unclear to this court.
I kind of base that laugh on Gary Giggles from Spy Kids.
Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence as Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Okay, now be careful. Jack's auto to report. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dying map, spear. Mr. Monkey's head. To glory. Go to camera. Ooh, maybe the photo. Like, because she didn't want to... She want to kind of like maybe erase that completely, and maybe killing Hammer would be the way to do it, or am I being dumb? As usual. I'm going to press it. It's your chance to tell me to do it. Ah, okay, you're all agreeing. You're all agreeing. Good. I'm on the roll. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. Oh, no, no. This is the photo from before. The photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept into the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for the trial, it began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bring us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here. We are talking about motives here. Yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. In other words, it seems as if Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
I don't want to knock my health bar down. Ah, shit. Look, So, somebody is saying no motive. Are you sure? Social York Daddy knows the answer. Flip me! I don't know. I feel like if I back out now, that's it. But at the same time, what evidence do I have? God. I don't know. It's like if I back off now, things are just going to get worse. I feel like it's just going to get worse. Are you sure it's no motive? We've got two people saying it's no motive. Here we go. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. Oh, okay. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. Ah.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What? Your Honor.
Jack Hammer drug... Oh, I've done the wrong voice. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume... So many Jack Hammer. Jack Hammer did this. Jack Hammer did that. Jack Hammer wore the costume to the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, do you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh! We poked the bear! We poked the bear! So you did it, didn't you? I'm guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah! Miss Vasquez! What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs! Manuel? Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. Oh no, wrong one. I can't tell who's talking. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. Well, how could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please. Please don't die. Please. I didn't know who the hell was talking at that point. So they just both sounded like Phoenix. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Damn it, spilling water everywhere.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's the Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
It appears you have brought out about yet another miracle. Are you Jesus?
I thank you, Your Honor, but I'm not Jesus.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Fuck you, hell, Edgeworth. Yes, you're right. Very well. Let's go and find the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Not guilty.
Oh, look, I want to see Will's happy face. I want to see Will's happy face. That's what I've been working towards with this case, is seeing Will's happy face.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Show Will. Want to see Will? The confetti is beautiful, yes. Makes it so worth it. Oh, he's smiling! Oh, he's so cute!
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's hard. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wants to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
I thought the... What? Show him the path to glory. Okay. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put you... The path to glory. What's the path to glory? Oh, yes, that one. It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me.
Oh,
I would have changed places. Oh!
Why is he so fucking cute?
I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So my... Congratulations, WP!
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Oh god, that's scary. Okay, are me and Edgeworth gonna kiss?
Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth.
Oh my god, it's so cute seeing Edgeworth socialise. I'm a bit oh, how can this game get any cuter? I love seeing this side of Edgeworth.
I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar.
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings.
He's such a tsundere, I love him. Unnecessary feelings.
It's not like I like you, Barker.
Yes, unease, and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't you ever show your face in front of me again. That's why what I...
You're really funny. As if after this, he goes behind that flower pot behind. He takes out like a heart-shaped locket, like in Hey Arnold. It's got a picture of Phoenix in it. It's like,
oh, Phoenix, my love, why is it so hard to tell you how I feel? That's what I came here to tell you.
Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
He was more. He was my ex. You know it's true! Everyone knows it's true! What? Friends as if? They're rivals! Rivals, right, Nick? For now, we are. I guess. For now. Huh? Why did you get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? I actually saw a petition saying that, the game designers should make Edgeworth and Phoenix into a real couple, and I'm behind that. I caused quite a stir by revealing an accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You gotta watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too. Oh, you have to buy trading cards too. Okay. Of course, I'm a Phoenix and Edgeworth shipper. That's my favorite kind of couple. I like the tough one that like has a heart of gold underneath. And then like, yeah, I like that. Yeah. We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. Yeah, they should, because he's cute. I know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Yes, they are. The end. What do you mean by the... Is it the end of the episode or the game? Oh! Brand new episode has been added. Look at Edgeworth! What is this poster? I love it! Oh, I love it so much. I love it so friggin' much. The camp in this game, it just... I feed on it. I'm so excited. Oh my god, that villain looks so fun. Oh. Next episode is called Turnabout Goodbyes. I just love this poster. This poster's great. That's when it gets unfair and hard. And it wasn't already. Yes, save my progress. The next episode looks beautifully camp and I can't wait. Ooh, okay, I hope you all enjoyed the stream, folks. I'm off. And my next stream will be on Monday, 8 PM UK time. It will be decided as a viewer's choice. It could be anything at all. Just keep an eye out. Also, please don't forget to check out my new videos. I've done a video about straight-to-video animated superhero movies, and I've done a video on the animated King Kong musical. Yes, it exists.